On Wednesday, the board of directors of the national oil and gas company INA is expected to make a decision on the possible closure of the refinery in Sisak, which employs 800 people. The company's chief economic analyst, Goran Šaravanja, appeared on Croatian radio this morning and said that although the company as a whole recorded positive performance in the first half of this year, its refinery operations incurred considerable losses. He thus added that the closure of the Sisak refinery would be the most logical move. The high flood tide on the Drava River in eastern Croatia reached the city of Osijek last night, and the threat of flooding in the wider area still looms. Even so, local authorities report that the situation is under control and that the peak level is already passed. Emergency teams have been on site continually to monitor this situation and shore up sandbag dikes set up to keep the swollen river from threatening homes and other property. Meanwhile, another high water tide is passing through the Sava River zone at the eastern town of Županja and the surrounding area, where memories are still fresh from last May's disastrous flooding. The river's level has peaked off at a little under 8 meters, and the residents of local villages are being protected by makeshift dikes that have been set up to handle levels of over 9 meters. The 69th session of the United Nations General Assembly begins today, and one of the main topics of deliberation will be the security crisis involving the jihadist Islamic State group operating in Iraq and Syria. Croatian President Ivo Josipović traveled to New York last night together with Foreign Minister Vesna Pusic, and upon arriving he told reporters that this assembly session will be exceptionally important due to 3 pressing issues: terrorism and general security, climate change, and the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. It is the national day to stop violence against women in Croatia, and various events and public discussions are being held throughout the country, including this demonstration in the coastal city of Pula. The demonstrators sent the message that women who are victims of violence must be empowered to seek help, and they also warn that despite all efforts, on average about 20 women are killed every year as a result of violence on the part of a partner, usually a husband. The National Violence Against Women Day is observed in Croatia to commemorate September 22, 1999, when 3 women were shot and killed during a divorce trial in the municipal court in Zagreb. In sports, in Continental Hockey League action, last night Zagreb's Medveščak finally chalked up a win after 8 games, defeating Russian team Lada Toljatti at home 5-1. However, Medveščak remains the lowest-ranked team in the league's Western Conference. The international basketball tournament in Zadar concluded with Turkish team Fenerbahce coming out on top after defeating Zagreb's Cedevita in the final 75-67. Third place was taken by Alba of Berlin. And finally, the weather forecast for the rest of the day. The Adriatic coast and adjacent highlands can expect some scattered heavier showers, while skies will begin to clear up in the northwest. Precipitation will decrease in western and northern regions as evening approaches, accompanied by drop in temperatures. Moderate to strong bore winds will begin blowing on the northern coast, with occasional gale force gusts at places, and by evening these should spread to the south as well. Today's temperatures range from 14 to 19 degrees Celsius inland and from 20 to 25 degrees on the coast. Skies will clear up in most of the interior overnight, and some sunshine can be expected tomorrow, with a little rainfall expected only in the east. Conditions will stabilize on Wednesday, although another shift is expected on Thursday. Nights and mornings will be cool with localized patches of fog. Skies will be mostly sunny on the Adriatic coast over the coming days. Strong to gale force Bora winds will blow, while heavier clouds in the south will be accompanied by occasional showers. The Bora winds will abate by Wednesday, followed by Scirocco winds that will bring some more clouds and some precipitation in the north. Thursday will be unstable but with warmer temperatures.